Hey, it's AP Experiment, and this is Rainbow Six Extraction. I decided I was going to do something that is pretty unorthodox. I decided I was going to take the scope off the HK417 while I was using Doc during this extraction. I believe I was doing an MIA to get a character back from a previous incursion. But I decided, you know what does the gun look like if I take the scope off? The gun naturally comes on with the scope on it, and it's just, I just wanted to see what would happen if I took it off. And I personally, I kind of like it. I feel like my reaction times are a little bit better. So this might become something that I do on a more regular basis. I personally wish that I had gameplay of Siege so that I could show by comparison what it looks like in this versus Rainbow Six Siege, but I do not. So, but I wanted to show you how beautiful this looks. For me, it's pretty clean. I am playing on a monitor, so you know my visual prowess is a little bit better than obviously what you're seeing. I can see things at a little bit more of a distance just because I am playing on a monitor. But I like the way it looks. I like the way it comes off. I like the way it comes across. It's not as intrusive. It might be something that I actually use more often. So you might see this. And I'm obviously going to try this out with other operators and their guns. I definitely want to try this out with either Tachanka or Fuse and their AK-12. So that's definitely going to be fun. I think it's not going to make much difference with the LMGs. The LMGs, even without scopes, are going to be pretty solid. I had to fight so many. I think I fought like 3 or 4 Apexes during this run. I swear. Almost every time I turned the corner, there seemed to be some sort of Apex somewhere. Like, it was so tedious. Luckily, I was playing Doc, so I had his ability in my back pocket, which allowed me to reveal and have health. I swear he is so useful, and I understand why they would keep him out of the Maelstrom protocols like they do, because he is so useful. It's literally an automatic, like, he's basically, if everyone else are the mistake makers, he's the automatic eraser of mistake makers. Like, no matter what mistakes you're making, he's gonna basically fix it. Oh, you lost a bunch of health? Okay, well here's a bunch of health boosts. Oh, you're down? Okay, revive, even at distance. Like, he's literally the ultimate eraser of mistakes. And I swear in this fight, I literally threw the paralysis grenade, and I think the spiker shot the Apex in the butt to unparalysis him. It was so annoying, like literally so annoying. But again, I was making sure to use Doc's ability. I'm playing corners. I was making sure to do as much movement as possible, because when you're fighting both spikers and Apex, you have to really play the corners. It's really annoying and really tedious, but you have to play the corners. Because the Apex is going to run regardless. The spikers are literally aimbot. They're going to just shoot you around the corner. They're very tedious. It's very annoying. But luckily, I pretty much know, I'm beginning to really learn these maps for New Mexico. So I am starting to learn, you know, where to go, what to do, what's where. So I was able to really play these corners, play around corners, and just kind of shoot everything to death. What I did notice though is when I broke line of sight, a lot of things really did start kind of standing still and like going back to the way that they were, even with all the noise that I was making. When I broke that line of sight, they really did seem to get lost. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to find it out. Like, even right here, I broke the line of sight, and even though I was making noise because my gun is unsuppressed, there was still some enemies that really were just completely unaware, and I just wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them to be completely unaware of where I was when I broke the line of sight. I actually am so much more used to them kind of going into horde mode and just full sending in my direction, just coming directly at me repeatedly. Like, again, here's another Apex that I'm fighting. Of course, I just decided I was going to full send on him, just completely shoot him in the face, get him out the way, and then deal with the spikers as, you know, as I kind of go along. Because I was just getting sick of him. And then right behind him, another Apex. I think, or maybe that was a spiker, but I was like, I was literally just gunning multiple targets at once, and it's much easier with the scope off rather than having the scope on and like re-scoping in and having that like slight delay. I was really just able to gun everything that I needed to, nice and smooth, really simple. I can literally go in and out the site really quickly. It's very effective. Obviously, I'm not doing anything. This isn't a multiplayer game, so I'm not worried about someone shooting back at me who is looking down the scope. The only thing I have to worry about is the aimbot of the spikers, and I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of inaccurate most times. So it's not really something I have to worry about.
It's working. Archery is easing up.
Of course, I easily get my MIA out, but again, I have already gone down one or two times. I'm running out of health stuff, so again, I walk my MIA to the extraction point. I get him there, and I realized that the serial scan was next. I knew that with the little health that I had, even if I were to get the med kit that I believe was would be in the airlock, it wouldn't be enough health to really survive a serial scan. Serial scans are so hard. So I'll catch you on the next one. It's been AP Experiment.